Spiritual meaning of birds. 21 powerful messengers from the spiritual realm. Mediators between heaven and earth. The observation of birds in the sky, their behavior when landing, and even their calls already served the Romans as oracles. Before important decisions were made, the officials and priests responsible for the matter, the augurs, were commissioned to look at the birds. But birds are also known and appreciated as spiritual mediators between heaven and earth. Their majesty and seemingly boundless freedom have inspired us since time immemorial. It so happens that almost all of our feathered friends also have much to tell from a spiritual point of view. Here we present the most important messengers of heaven in shining plumage. 1. The dove. The dove is considered a symbol of peace par excellence and is a guarantor of good news, especially in its white plumage. In Christian mythology, it represents the Holy Spirit and the good news of the gospel. 2. The raven. The Vikings already worshipped him as a faithful companion of Odin, the father of the gods. His ravens Hugin and Munin represented knowledge and memory, the two most important areas of the human spirit. To some people, they serve as totem animals and messengers between this world and the next. 3. The hummingbird. The smallest bird in the world can stir up dust with its wings. This talent and its paradisiacal-looking plumage have earned it the reputation of bringing with it the pure joy of life. From flower to flower, they live entirely in the moment. 4. The blue jay. They belong to the raven birds and are especially conspicuous for their namesake, shimmering blue plumage. They stand for truthfulness, clarity, and communication. They are often seen as messengers from the spirit world, bringing important messages to those who are receptive to their call. 5. The eagle. He soars above things, always keeping an overview, and is considered the king of the skies. Wherever he appears, great things will soon happen and no stone will be left unturned. 6. The owl. It stands for wisdom and the conviction that you can see clearly even in the darkness of the night, if the gods are favorable to you. The owl is believed to have the ability to see through illusions and reveal hidden truths. 7. The robin. It is not only a charming guest in the home garden, but also a real achiever from a spiritual point of view. Its message is renewal. The bright red breast is associated with the life force and energy of the universe and represents its infinite possibilities. 8. The hawk. As a bird of prey, its focus is on clarity of vision. It is often associated with the element of air and the power of the spirit. The spiritual significance of a hawk can be interpreted as an impetus to trust more in our intuition. 9. The woodpecker. The woodpecker represents hard work and perseverance. If you see or hear it, it is important to look for new opportunities to ground yourself spiritually and find your center. 10. The peacock. He is often seen as a show-off and beau spirit of the bird world. Spiritually, the peacock symbolizes pride and self-confidence. Its extravagant feathers may be understood as a metaphor for the ability to reveal our true self. 11. The vulture. A beautiful fellow he is not exactly. The vernacular associates him with death and financial ruin. But he may also be understood as a symbol of letting go of old patterns and beliefs and making room for the new. 12. The blackbird. It stands godmother for the eternal mystery of life, which is characterized by transformation and change. She represents our shadow self and the process of personal growth and expansion of one's abilities. 13. The sparrow. We probably meet him most often of all the birds mentioned here. His gregarious nature and the cultivated arguing, which sparrows undoubtedly master, should remind us of the importance of communication and the ability to dialogue at eye level. 14. The mockingbird. The mockingbird stands as a symbol of creativity and self-realization. Their ability to imitate the songs of other birds is often seen as a metaphor for the importance of finding our own unique voice. 15. The swallow. Every year, she is the messenger of the approaching summer and thus always has good news in tow. Its unique nest building testifies to individuality and the possibility of always going one's own way. 16. The seagull. The seagull is often associated with the element of water, the emotional world, and the power of intuition. However, it also represents patience, perseverance, and a bravura power of observation. 17. The heron. We could learn a lot from him in terms of patience. Its ability to stand perfectly still for long periods of time is often seen as a metaphor for the importance of cultivating inner peace and serenity. 18. The parrot. He can effortlessly parrot anything we humans try to teach him. Furthermore, it is difficult to forbid him to speak. Therefore, he symbolizes not only communication in all its facets, but also the love of truth. 19. The stork. He brings luck and blessings wherever he settles. The fact that he seeks closeness to people has at some point even given him the reputation of providing for human offspring. 20. The magpie. The magpie is considered an admirer of beautiful, sparkling things, which unfortunately also earned her the nickname the thief. Its black and white plumage, however, is an interplay of light and shadow and represents the ups and downs of life. 21. The red kite. The way it circles immediately makes us think of a liberated soul that is finally allowed to break out of the corset of the earthly and soar up into the skies. It represents the pure feeling of freedom and an inkling of what redemption may feel like. The bird show and its omens, a long-serving tradition. Watching the flight of birds in the sky as an oracle has been a tradition since the Romans. But all primitive peoples worldwide make use of the artistic flight and landing maneuvers of the bird world in order to read from it meaning for humans. Birds are always a good omen. Moreover, they delight us with their sight and bring, if not good news, then at least moments of happiness and optimism into our world.